valuable replacement for you today.
That's right.
Also, we got our big homie sporting the Action versus Yapping new logo. Shameless plug. Big Ant, man. What's going on, Big Ant?
Man, nothing much, man. Happy to be here, man.
So, man, today we just gonna basically talk about a couple of things that we've been bouncing different topics around lately, and this topic just been going around a lot with us. We feel very, very good about this topic, and we feel like a lot of people should understand more about it from our perspective. We'll talk about it Tuesdays, and it's the slave trade in Libya.
Right.
Well, just the modern day slavery, period.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But what's going on in Libya is bad. And when Ant brought this topic up to the team, it was a no-brainer that we was gonna do it.
Right.
You know, it's a no-brainer. So I want to lead off with your perspective, man, and just get the whole perspective of how you feel about what's going on in Libya today, just as far as what we've been seeing on social media, you know, just all the way around. How did you feel personally? What made you want to come up with this topic for the team?
You know, the reason why I wanted to do this topic was because I felt that as a black man, that I seen what was happening to my people, and I wanted to bring awareness to it. I want people that's listening, I want people in the United States to understand and realize that this is happening. And as a black man, I didn't see a lot of black media covering this type of news. You know, we quick to talk about gun violence and rap and all this other stuff, but I want people to understand that this situation is happening right there, right here today, right before our very eyes. And I know we used to only hearing about slavery during Black History Month. You know, we watch Roots and Kunta Kinte and Amistad, Give Us Free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. But what's going on in 2017, man, we would never have thought that in 2017 we would hear any type of news about slavery.
Right.
And so, and now that this is something that has gotten, you know, attention, and people are shocked about it.
Wow.
You know, like, oh wow, slavery is happening.
And that's what I think the biggest deal is right now.
Oh,
People are shocked that it's happening in 2017.
Right.
Like we found it out, like, you know, and I think that what it's going to do is start up some racially charged things in America. It's going to dig up some old bones people don't want to be dug up.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's going to start over here. How do you feel about that, Trey?
Honestly, to be real with it, when I first seen the videos and stuff like that, I actually wanted to ignore it. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I wanted to ignore it because I could not believe that the magnitude of that thing was happening in 2017. And it was just like, I'm the type of person where I can't even watch slave movies because it's like, dang, my people went through this. They got their butt beat. They did this. They did that.
Yes.
And my thing is, we still hollering "Give Us Free" in the 2017. So for real serious, I kind of wanted to ignore it until I couldn't ignore it anymore. You know what I mean? Because it got in your face when the people in Paris was in front of the embassy and they were protesting. Then it got serious. It's like, wait a minute, no, we too close not to do something. You know,
so
let
me ask you a question. So, and both of what you guys just said was, I think a lot of people could echo what y'all saying. That's why I'm saying we not saying nothing that a lot of the people listening to us not gonna say, because we are those people that see these things, and we are a lot of folks not giving us credit for our age group.
Exactly. Like
we just not caring about what's going on over there. Exactly. And like we not knowledgeable about it. But what I want to bring to folks that may be listening and maybe checking out the show tonight, if y'all don't know who Muammar Gaddafi is, check out what the man is. Now, a lot of people didn't agree with his ideologies and a lot of ways that he ran his country, or what he did over there living. That was but that's his household. You know, we can't be going to other folks' house tell them how to live.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, one thing is, I don't agree with everything he stood for, but he did stand for no terrorists. Okay. Now you understand what I'm saying? Now look, I'm gonna run down some things that was going on when Gaddafi was when he was a dictator, when he was in office.
All right.
Okay. When Gaddafi was in office, okay, listen, in Libya, it was free electricity, free housing, free education, okay? For if you was newlywed, you got $50,000. All right, if you was a single mother, you got $5,000 per child.
Oh, wow.
If you wanted to go study abroad, okay, if you wanted to go study abroad, they would pay for that. Libya would pay for that and give you $2,300 a month.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's not just it. If you want to become a sharecropper, they give you the seeds, the grains, they give you the land. This is what Africa, this is what they do. This is the land of the free. This is what the land of the free supposed to do. You're supposed to invest inside of your own. So there's a lot of folks look at Libya and don't understand. These are the things that Gaddafi was doing. So we get the news of the bad stuff and everything he was doing, but these are actual facts that was going on, that this man was doing. Free electricity, you know, and then he paying for you. It was so many different things that was going on with him that he was trying to overthrow other terrorists.
Oh, wow.
All right. Now he did. I'm not agreeing with everything Gaddafi wanted, because the people in Libya, when you want to understand where this stems from, if you want to understand where the slavery stems from, okay, because what happens is when now you get rid of Gaddafi, Libya has not. It went from one of the richest countries inside of Africa to now the poorest and most trouble in just 5 years. When did they murder Gaddafi? 2011. You understand what I'm saying? The man had control for 42 years. It was a dictatorship, but it was his. So now what you do, you get rid of this man. The whole country is going away. Now you got guys that don't, you got no government, no legit government right now, okay? No legit army. Now you got different people like the Game of Thrones. So now everybody going for the government. What you leave out? The people.
Yeah.
So what the people trying to do? Flee. When they trying to flee, they giving they all to go to Europe, and what these guys doing is taking trust in these thousands of people.
But aren't they were talking about how they were trying to secure their borders now.
And the reason why this is, and look, it's deeper when we're going to get, and that's true, and that's all when you get, listen, Libya is a part of the United Nations. I don't know if people know that. Libya is a part of the United Nations, man. So if you're a part of the United Nations, you fall under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Look that up, and you understand that these people, so in 2012, when Muammar Gaddafi was saying, I'm about to go kill all these protesters that's trying to overthrow me, what did the USA do? They went in there and bombed. Wow. So that's equivalent to saying some people are outside protesting, and I'm gonna go bomb the country. The USA, come be big brother. So now we see all these slaves, and where the big brother at? You see what I'm saying? So these are how you gotta look at things. This was just 6 years ago that this just happened in the same exact country, Libya. So when Gaddafi was saying, I'm about to go kill everybody inside of my country that opposes me, well, we went over there and killed that man. But now
but why is it that we always, as Americans, feel like it's our job to be Captain Saver?
No,
it ain't our job.
It's not that it's our job. It is we are opportunists. You see what I'm saying? The slave trade now is coming from, you need workers. Okay, when Gaddafi left, he left a wide open country. If it was the richest country, how did it become the poorest country? Because it has no, everyone's raping the country for money. You see what I'm saying?
But that's nothing new.
No, it's new now.
What?
No, I'm talking about in Libya. And right now in Libya, what's happening with the slave trade, these people are becoming, they was not trying to feed the country.
No, they wasn't trying to, I'm not saying that the slavery part of it all. What I'm saying is, for years, decades, they've been taken from that country. They've been taken from the whole continent as a whole. They've been taken from Africa. It's no way a place that offers diamonds, the best jewels, all of this and that, the most fertile land there is, that people are not only getting enslaved, but you got people that are hungry, don't have anything, basically no shoes, no running water. How? Why is it that it's okay for us to deplete from something and not give back to it? And at any point, what we supposed to do? And I agree with you. But Libya, I agree with you.
But Libya, that was rich. Okay, I'm letting you know. It's hard to be that rich and then be now this poor that fast. They're calling Muammar Gaddafi a hero now. You know what I'm saying? In 5 years. Now this man was a dictator in 42 years. The people of Libya to this day is saying, we wish we had this man back.
Well, yeah.
Because of what they're going through now. So I'm just letting folks know, when you stick your nose in people's business, the USA wasn't prepared for the aftermath. See, this modern day slave trade is the aftermath of Gaddafi. They wasn't prepared to understand what you're gonna do, because that's the same problem we got with people that's not from the hood policing the hood. Yeah, you don't understand it. True. So you get nervous and you get scared. So what we do, we just bombed everybody. So we bombed for, think of this, y'all gotta know the history of Libya first. We bombed them for 11 straight days.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not caring about the civilians or nothing, you know what I'm saying? So we bombed them for 11 straight days, and now we leave it catastrophic. No Gaddafi, no nothing, no government, no nothing.
Well, we always do that, man. If you look at American history, anytime we go and we quote unquote try to conquer something, we don't even care about the people, we don't care about the land. What we do is we go, we rape, pillage, and destroy all the land. We take all the resources from it, and then we publicize and we tell it on the media, oh, this country is so poor. You know what I'm saying? These people don't have nothing. But that's not true.
Right.
The continent of Africa has oil, it has jewelry, it has everything that anybody could ever need. But the problem is that America understands that. And I believe that we played a big part in this. You know, I'm not saying that it's our fault for the slavery, but we don't, first of all, we have a leader who don't care about nobody but himself. So what his mindset was like this. Okay, the president, my predecessor, he started something. Now it's my turn to go in, grab the resources, get what I can from it, and claim victory. You know, and so, but we have done that throughout so many generations, throughout so many
I think that's what the shock is now, because it's like a redundant story now.
Didn't the government get overthrown on Obama watch?
No, he did. No, Gaddafi did. He got
overthrown on Obama watch. You can't. Yeah,
it's not,
this is my thing.
Correct.
I love my black people. Yes,
correct.
I know y'all love y'all
that's
some
what they don't
Obama,
want to do.
but y'all don't never want to deal with the fact that a lot of things happen on his watch. And period. The point and
a lot of stuff was, like he said his own self, the biggest blemish on his career. You can look it up. He said it was not having an aftermath program for after Muammar Gaddafi. Meaning it was nothing to do with stopping the dictatorship. Them people wanted to be a democracy. That's what the people wanted. They wanted to be able to dress normal and do normal things, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't nothing set up for the aftermath. And now we're seeing it. And it's cool to say, oh, my bad. Go tell them little girls that's getting sold off to these men at 13 years old. My bad. That's what I don't like about when we stick our nose and stuff. And now the aftermath is way worse than just a bomb. And now you got a little 13-year-old girl getting sold off to it. Now you got men that's just going to get $400 for a grown man. These things are really happening right now. And it's only... And now we kill a man.
But do we ever have an aftermath program?
No, listen, I never once, because it's not our intentions. Because when I was researching this, they held their hat on. No American was killed during this invasion.
Okay, but
you see what I'm saying?
Right.
You see what I mean? And this thing. December 14th, 1955, Libya became a part of the United Nations. If you're a part of the United Nations, you know what you got. You know, you got, it's like, I got it written down. It's a point 4, torture and captivity. You exempt from that if you're part of the United Nations. So you got to ask yourself this flat out. When I was looking at this, man, Muammar Gaddafi had protesters saying, "We want a democracy. We want democracy." Guess what the United States did? Went over there and bombed them for that.
So now this is my thing.
And now we got folks chained up, and what we doing right now? Waiting and putting it on YouTube.
Yeah, and this is my thing that I want to bring up. Another thing that the UN is supposed to have, we're supposed to all be allies. in the United Nations, which we get the term United Nations. So now I see two things. I see two things that's, you know, that's wrong with this situation. Number one was that the United Nations allowed America to go and bomb these people without any consequence. Number two, where's the United Nations now that's saying, okay, enough is enough? You know, now it's time for them to intervene. When they didn't need us to intervene, then we wanted to be all up in the business. But now that it's time that people's lives are being sold, you know, I can't even say that they're giving up, they're being sold.
They're being sold, and a lot of folks don't know that these people, when you think of like, there's so many, they call them immigrants. It's like when you were an immigrant, you would do anything. You would give up all your money in your life just to say, get me to Europe. That's what these Nigerians are doing. So it's 50,000 Nigerians that have worked hard for 8 years to get these, and it's been the program for years and years. But when Gaddafi left, it's like, well, this is how we get 50 of them. We put them on a boat, make them think they're going to Europe, they going to Libya, and what you gonna do? And that's when y'all see these graphic pictures of these men shooting and stuff, because now these guys are up against the 8 ball because there's nothing else to do. It's like either go work or die. And it's a free country. You need mining now. You need oil. Everything that y'all said about Africa and what we know our history is true. But in 2017, right now, people need gold miners. People need that to and guess what they doing it with? Little babies. Yeah. And guess who else knows about this? What's our natural resource in America? No other country cares about oil. No one cares about oil. You know, when we first had our bailout with Obama, what made me know oil was our biggest thing. We didn't bail out the hospital. We didn't bail out the schools. We bailed out the motor company. You gotta think, we bailed out Chevy. So when you know how integral oil is to us, when countries like that just go broke fast, it's because their natural resources are getting sucked out, but we can't talk about that. So a lot of the slaves, like to me, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors also to make us get our mind off the real of what's really going on.
So my thing is, it's always a thing when it comes to solution of it all.
True.
I just think that at some point we fight for everything. We bombing for oil. We in Afghanistan telling people it was because of terrorists. We know we was over there for the oil. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. Allegedly, to protect myself. Anyway, okay. That's what we was over there for. Okay. Next, what bothers me is now we got these people in being sold into slavery. Okay, where the army at now? Where the navy at now? You know what I'm saying? Where we at fighting for these people at now? That
is true, man. And there's no fight. We don't have a fight. Only fight we got is on Monday Night Raw.
All right.
Okay, look, man, we got some, hey, it's WWE time, man. We need y'all to call in when we get back, 312-754-4333. We got some down tickets for you, man. We in the Christmas giving season, man, courtesy of UBM, man. We definitely got a couple of these SmackDown tickets for y'all. So call us again, 312-754-4333. I'm gonna say the full thing, Antoinette. I'm gonna say it right. I just had to kick it out.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but also a Meals on Wheels volunteer.
That's cool. Yeah. See, folks don't know that. See, like, Libya became a free country in 2011. And look at it now. We didn't hear about this 6 years ago when it was the same conditions per se. If the USA got to move into a country, that means that the conditions is bad.
Right.
So now you trying to tell me these slave trade, these women is live saying I am being raped, I am being raped. All this is going on. What's going on, man? Go tune in, UBM, BNTHE.com. We on the Snap. You dig?
They talking about slave trade.
Action versus Yapper. Go add Action versus Yapper. You see Big Man?
4333. On it over. Miss Trinidad Jim.
Miss Trinidad Jim. We in here. Still on UBM. Hey, everybody on UBM, go add Action versus Yapper. You got Elwood in the building out there. Elwood in the building. They back for doing some stuff too, man. That's how we roll. We double breasted, man. They back there filming, man. They back there filming too. They doing their thing back there too.
You ain't doing it unless you got a filter. Good. Good. You ain't doing Snapchat unless you got a filter.
Oh, I gotta have my own action versus you have a filter? Okay. Let me get my
You got
game
to
up.
have it right now.
Let me get my
You gonna
game
do
up.
it, gotta do it.
Let me get my game up.
Back into it.
Yo. Hey. Go and brush your shoulders off. Hey, man, this show is vibing tonight, man. It's a serious topic, man, but Jay-Z is here today, and we got a little hit today. Right now, December 26th is the day. Let them know it's December 26th at the Allstate Arena in Rosemont for the SmackDown tickets, man. Tell them they gotta download the Urban Broadcast Media app to get it. Do not hit us on Facebook for it. Okay, if the first person who download the Urban Broadcast Media app and call us on 312-754-4333, gonna get the tickets. You take your bad nephew and your son to go see SmackDown. Somebody I know call in and take me. You know. So,
y'all know I like wrestling, so whoever call in, you know what I'm saying? Tell
Randy,
them
we got Randy Orton.
With you.
Tell them who they got in here, Trey. Who they got? They got John Cena.
Now John Cena, fine. Now let me just go ahead and say it. He can't, but I can.
Because I'm not saying that.
AJ Styles, Randy
AJ
Orton.
Styles is the man.
Now Randy Orton got a nice body. Listen up, ladies. Y'all need to be trying to come in and get these tickets too. The Shield, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. See, there they go.
See?
Brock
Beast
Lesnar.
incarnate.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, it's a C in there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a C, girl.
Let me tell you how to say it. You gotta say Brock Lesnar. You know, all that muscle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they really into
So
this,
he was
man.
Brook a few minutes ago. Now he Brock. Okay, I'm out.
Hey, call in 312-754-4333 for a chance to win those tickets. Also, go download the Urban Broadcast Media app. Today, our show been focused around modern day slavery and certain things you've been hearing going on in Libya. And we had to educate some folks about why Libya was a country that people wanted to flee anyway. Because most of the slaves are coming from fleeing. You know, they want to flee the country now to get, they just want to flee. And they already didn't like their living conditions, but now they really can get up out of there no matter what. But because they so desperate and there's nothing over there, there's no schools, there's no buildings, all that's been gone. That's been, there's nothing to do over there. If you research Libya right now, it's nothing to learn. So what they're doing is just, there's no food.
No food, right.
So what they do? They're trying to go to Europe.
I think that we take it as in America, Black Americans, African American, whatever you want to call yourself. I'm Black, but anyway, we take this thing where we need a leader to help us fight. You know what I mean? Nobody say let's all band together and we need to fight this. Like, I'll be going to war. I'm not going into slavery. I'm sorry. I'm just not built for it.
I think people do that. I just think that those folks, it don't get publicized as much, man, because we don't control the media. I do think it's a lot of folks out here trying to do it, but what happens is, because I know exactly what you're saying. I think it is just as many people as it is that it isn't. But what goes on is if it's 50-50, even in anything, you're going to focus on the bad because the bad get more news. Nobody wants to hear about the people outside giving away the food. They'd rather hear about the grocery store getting stuck up. You know what I mean? And that's just what goes on.
I mean, you know, even in the video, it seemed like they standing there and do like,
no, they
and
already broken. See, in your mind, you can say that because you can say that, but right now, no hot water, just broken anyway. Okay, starvation, broken down. Already been. A lot of these people are electrocuted for 40 to 50 minutes. To be broken first. They know they broken. They be malnutrition. The man that we see being sold is not the man that was stole.
Okay, but this is thing though. We stronger together than we are separate. They trying to separate them and
It
doing this to
says
them.
that, but with an AK-47 in your face, you gonna do what they say or die.
Well, die.
And guess how many died already?
Once you, whom the sun sets free is free indeed.
Yeah.
Once you free, you don't want to go into bondage.
I understand exactly what you're saying. And they just said 10,000 refugees just fled.
Okay.
Only 3,000 survived. So
Okay.
I know what you're saying.
So,
you would have
hey,
been one of them 7. But of the 3,000 that survived, they are telling the stories that's really is gonna be what's going on to stop the problem. So it's gonna be people that's both. Everybody in this is good. Whether you fight, stand up for it. All we saying is don't sit down. All right, that's all we trying to say in this situation in 2017, because we don't want to just stay in Libya with it. You know, because right now it's not so much about Libya. The mindset that you got as Americans, you know, right now as a black American, knowing that if right now one of our brothers and sisters is being captive in a way that we know our history is built off of, it should motivate you more, even if you're not even going to be a part of the movement of stopping it, which I've already signed the petition. If y'all want to know how to sign a petition, search my page. And y'all know how to sign a petition, black or brown. We need 100,000 signatures right now to be able to bring this in front of Congress as ourselves. So we need 100,000 signatures. So search my page to find the link to find out how do you vote for. I mean, just sign your name and petition for that. So I think that's all we gotta do is more educate ourselves. You know what I'm saying about this? Because I believe we all care, but it's hard because where we getting information from? Yeah. Who's taking these pictures? Well, how are we getting these pictures and these videos without folks going in and stopping it? Who's sensationalizing this stuff? We can't really fall into so much of that. You know what I mean? Because what folks gonna say is, that's why I do diligent research, man. Because what you see on internet and social media is built to do exactly what we're doing. Conversate about it. We don't know the validity of it. We don't know the truth of it. All we see is this dude walking with a pistol to this black guy head. And it looks graphic, like a movie. And then, what else is it? I see that every day in the hood, if you walk in the hood. That don't scare me. I know danger. That don't scare me. You're not gonna scare me with that picture. Sorry, I'm not about to uproot my life because I see somebody walking down the street like that. I saw that in 5th grade. That ain't no big deal, you know, and then it's like, I know danger, so I feel a certain way about just knowing that as a country, we have not moved in, if it is something. I don't care about the pictures and stuff like that. I care more about knowing in 2011, Muammar Gaddafi had protesters at his door, and we sent missiles over there. In 2017, we are having a slave trade and human trafficking, and we've done nothing. See, I'm simple with it. You know, I'm a regular dude, man. I ain't trying to be like I'm no professional. I just know life. You sent some people over there for saying, we want democracy. You sent missiles over there. And now you got a real slave trade, and we sitting back saying, well, we just got to wait to see what's going on.
And you know, it's not just, and you know, and the thing is, it's not just, you know.
I think we got a caller. Juan, Mr. Juan Thomas. I think he's on the line, man. Hello, hello, hello? Hello?
Hello?
How you doing, brother?
How are you?
I'm fine. You on the mic with Mike. How you doing? My name is Mike Leonard. I'm the host of Talk About It Tuesdays. You're also on with Big Ant and Trey the Gym.
What's going on?
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? How you doing? Is this Juan? How you doing, Juan? This is Mike the Mike from UBM radio station. Talk About It Tuesdays. We just trying to get a little bit of your perspective on it. Also, you here with Big Ant, and say what's up, Big Ant.
Yeah, what's going on, Juan?
And we also here with Trey the Gym. We on the air. We're live on the air right now. We appreciate to have you on. You know, we had to just get a little bit of your perspective. So we were talking a little bit about the modern day slavery and the slave trade that was going on in Libya and just different aspects of it. So we wanted to catch your perspective on it and just get your feeling. What we were talking about more was the conditions of Libya kind of led to what we see now. you know, because of what happened with Gaddafi and different things. It was different layers. It's just not like this came out the blue, and we want to know a little bit of your perspective off that.
This has been a real problem for several years. It's gotten so bad that 150,000 migrants actually are trying to get out of Libya and going to Europe. But of course, Europe cracked down on the immigration laws.
Okay.
According to reports, 700,000 migrants are still stuck in Libya, and many of them are in crowded detention centers.
Yeah, and that's what I was reading earlier. And I mean, I researched this for about a week when Ant came up with the topic, and I was thinking that, you know, when you got the immigrants that's already illegal, that's trying to get into Europe, so they kind of play, they like in limbo per se, and then you got these pirates and guys that's supposed to be promising them to take them to Europe, and they hitting one of those wrong turn lefts and then taking them to Libya for slavery, and it's like they illegal.
Right.
So what do? They kind of like are in between a rock and a hard place.
Exactly.
So
I think that, you know, what's going on right now, Africans being in the European Union and the U.S. and here in the United States did create a task force to deal with this crisis, and they're trying to come up with solutions to help those who are stuck in Libya to get out.
I think it's kind of, you want to dive in on this a bit?
Okay, my question is, okay, you saying that they're trying to come up with a plan to help them get out of Libya. Now, in your perspective, what type of plan can they actually come up with to get these people out safely? And part two is, once they get them out, then what options do they have? Do they have the opportunity to come here to America? Do they have opportunity to go to another country? So what is your perspective on this plan?
Well, here's what has to happen. As you kind of alluded to this, they have to have a place to go. And so we need to put pressure on European government, and we need to also think about our laws in the state to allow these people to come to countries where they can kind of, you know, get a new start on life and hopefully develop for their families and for themselves. So they can't be stuck there. They have a place to go. Unfortunately, there's not a political appetite that who's in the White House right now, who's controls the Congress,
Right.
open up our borders. They're trying to crack down and keep people out of us, particularly people of color.
Well, I think, and that kind of hurts also. You got a question on the train?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, because I think it's hard to, they got left with no legit government, kind of, you know, because it's kind of hard to, like, you know, it's really a sad situation, honestly, because it's the solution part of it. To me, when I sat back and dissected, I thought it's really, I don't know, but I mean, before, they already wanted to overthrow Gaddafi as far as wanting to become a democracy. They wanted that, so then that led people to think that he was wrong. Now he's getting hailed as a hero later on so it's kind of like, I think people just was like, well, to hell with it. You know what I mean? Well, we don't know. Let's just go back to our hands dirty. No Americans got killed on this soil. We're fine. Let's see what happened. And now that black eye's hitting now because they just left these people over there like in Hades. You know?
Wow.
Right.
So
But another problem, the Haitian problem, and the Haitians who are from the Dominican descent, who are in those sugar plantations in Haiti, in the Dominican Republic, same challenge there. They can't go back to Haiti. Then the Dominican Republic, they are stripped of their citizenship.
yes. So they in limbo, literally in limbo.
So it has to, really has to happen. We have to put economic pressure on other countries, either treat their citizens, with dignity and respect, give them rights, or we've got to go somewhere else so they can start a new life. Unfortunately, both of those create a problem. But I can tell you that the bar system which I have the honor of leading this year, is committed to being part of the solution, to help find an international solution where these people can either leave the country and go somewhere where they can start a new life, or we've got to put up to the, change their laws and treat these people fair to give them their rights.
And I think that's hard. You know, I mean, that's hard. You can't be under a dictatorship for 42 years having someone tell you what to do. And then once you get your freedom, naturally you're gonna want to do the things you want to do. It's not like who's this. It's like I look at it like when I was really analyzing it, I looked at it as literally what popped in my head was the Game of Thrones. You know, like you know how like it's no legit king now. It's once Gaddafi left, so now you got all these different people, these different short groups, these different Islamic groups, these different people with different ideologies saying, hey, I always felt like this. Well, I always felt like this. Well, I always felt like this. And they are willing to fight for it. And the last person standing wins. And then now you got folks that's trying to leave the country because of what we talk about. Now you got these wars. So now it's a dangerous place anyway because of the wars to fight for the government. No legit army. You know, because folks from the army now is coming to these, they're forming their own army because there's no Gaddafi. So all these things go into what we see now, which is total chaos. You know, and I really want to thank you for calling in with that perspective, because you just enlightened me a little bit for Ant's question about where do they go? You know what I mean? Like, okay, we can fix everything. They want to leave.
Right.
We got a United Nations. Where do they go? I mean, they need help, literally. We gonna, like, you know, and this is our second dictatorship that we seen in our lifetime, right? We saw Saddam Hussein, and then we saw what happened there, and then we see this. So when, as a country, do we stand up and just, we can't.
But who's to say the dictatorship is wrong?
That's
Because
what-
we're in a democracy.
That's what I mean.
And so we think we're in a democracy, I should say.
Okay, and Juan, we want to thank you for your call, man. Really appreciate you. Where can folks find you? And could you shout out your information or anything you want to right now? Hello? I think we lost him. Go, we got another caller coming in. Caller, how you doing, caller? You on the mic to mic? Hello? Hello?
Hello, how are you?
I'm about to say it.
Are you here?
Maybe that'll work too.
All right.
I was just checking. Maybe that'll work.
I'll drop off for that.
Oh, okay. Okay, Juan, I just want to know a little bit of, well, where can we find you right now? Could you shout out your social media, your website, anything like that?
Please visit nationalbar.org. We are the largest association of African American lawyers, judges, law teachers in the country. I'm honored to serve as the national president.
Well, we're honored to have you, brother. We're honored to have you. We researched you, but it just sounds better when you say it. It sounds better when you say it, man.
But hopefully, you call back and I appreciate it.
No, we will, man. We just like honored, man. If we have any other topics like that, feel free to call in. Check us out. Check our shows out. Follow the page if you're on Facebook, the Be in the Mix page. Also, we want you to press that.
I like your page today, actually.
Okay, also, if you want to do a hashtag of action versus yapping, I'm a founder of an urban group that we do in Chicago. Me and Anthony, he's a part of the group. We are a part of just young guys around the community. Hashtag actions versus yapping, and just it says itself. We have another call. Okay, so nice talking with you, man. We got a couple of calls. Let's talk about it Tuesday. A lot of folks want to call and talk to us right now. Hey, thank you. Look us up, Action versus Yapping, BNTHE.com. Download Urban Broadcast Media. Caller, who's on the mic with Mike and Ant and Trey the Gym.
Yo.
Hello?
Hello.
You're on the air.
How you doing? Oh, did you win the tickets? Did you win the tickets? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see that you win the tickets. I don't hear Jay-Z in the background. I wait, the show too quiet. I gotta wait till I hear some Jay-Z in the background. What's your name, caller? Oh, caller, what's your name? Brian Ambrose? Who's your favorite wrestler? Brock Lesnar, your favorite wrestler? Who is it? Jay-Z? Okay, listen. Okay. Hey.
You got 2 more calls. You got 2 more calls.
Okay. All right, listen. So you won the tickets. Okay, that's for sure. You won the tickets. I'm gonna just let you know that right now. You won the tickets.
So make sure you take me. Make sure you take me.
You gotta take me in order to go. But no, listen. Hey, December 26th at the Allstate Arena, you will get tickets. You and an adult must go. You get to see John Cena, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, John The Shield, Brock Lesnar, and a lot of people, man. Stay on hold right now so we can get your information and everything like that. Stay on hold. Okay? Are you happy? Merry Christmas, man. Hey, thank Urban Broadcast Media for this, man. Make sure you do that, man. Tell your mama to download Urban Broadcast Media, man. Monday night, SmackDown. You will be there.
You got 2 more calls.
They going crazy in the back. I love hearing that. I love that. Say thank you, UBM. They going crazy in there right now. That's dope. That is dope, man.
And like I said, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, that is very dope. Hey, we on break. Hey, we about to go on break right now to pay a couple bills, man. Hey, Trey, send everybody y'all. What they can call us at? What's the number?
You can call us at 312-754-4333.
Oh man, that was nice.
Did you like it?
I did like that. Jay-Z, we on our way out, man. Hey.
One of the most important decisions Chicago students will ever make just
Hey, that's good. That is good. That's good stuff. That little boy just went crazy. He dropped the phone and ran all the way around. He said, I'm going to see John Cena. He said, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. That's good stuff right there.
So we know what to take it. To receive important announcements about the opening of the application.
Wait a minute, man. I'm in here sweating like a preacher in church.
You better preach that.
Let me tell you, the tickets just made me start sweating.
This is
Man, I'm telling you, somebody else. Ooh, I should use this to wipe my face.
I knew you was going to try it. Don't try me on this here show.
I need a napkin. Lord have mercy. Hold on, let me let the folks know. Did he stay on hold? What's his name? His name was Ryan Ambrose.
Ryan was like, check this out.
Hey, we just gave away some Monday Night Raw tickets, man. That was really, thank you. Woo, thank you so much.
And 312-754.
Hey, see that?
Nothing.
That's
Radio. Are you ready for some exciting WWE action? Well, Urban Broadcast Media is your place to be.
We just gave away some tickets. Check it out. Call in right now. 312-754-4333.
December 26th.
Are we giving out any more? Oh, okay, cool. We got some. Hey, they just said, can I call in right now? She just sent me a screenshot. They downloaded the app for sure. That's the rule. Download the app, then call in.
Or the Apple App Store for
Send a screenshot. So y'all ain't getting nothing.
You never had it so good. Promotional consideration provided by World Wrestling Entertainment.
That's right.
That's how you earn your ticket.
Oh. Hey, that was pretty dope, man. Hey, it's WWE time right now. Call in right now at 312-754-4333, man. Call in and get some Monday Night Raw ticket the day after Christmas. Why not wake up on Christmas Day, get everything you want, then wake up the next day and get everything you thought you never got? You understand what I'm trying to tell you? One more time, who's gonna be there? Who's gonna be there, Trey? Tell them about
Who's gonna be there?
Tell them about the gun line boss.
Man, John Cena.
Oh, Lord.
He's so fat.
That's why I couldn't say it.
AJ Styles, Randy Orton with that nice body. Won't he do it?
Oh.
The Shield. Is it what his name?
Brock
Lesnar.
That's how you say it too, just like that.
He broke the brook. All right, and other WWE superstars are moments away. Once you hear the host say it's WWE time, call in at 312-754-4333.
And it's WWE time. So we want to hear them calls come in.
Are you ready?
Do we have any? Listen, make sure you go and download the Urban Broadcast Media app.
WWE action.
Make sure you download that and then give us a call and let them know, look, we here for the WWE tickets. That's how you do that. That's the rules. Follow the rules and get your tickets, man. And make sure if you win,
You
make
take
sure you
me.
get your boy Big Ant.
Miss Trey, that Jim would love to be.
Wait a minute now.
Hey, look, they about to fight over the tickets on the air.
Listen.
I mean, I never went to a WWE event.
I've been wrestling. Them things, they ain't like they used to be. Them things, they turn now. Hey.
See, that's what I'm trying to get. I'm
telling you, the kids today, boy, listen, they are about to see big time wrestling. Back in the day, we saw wrestling, but no, today it's a different show. It's a whole different show. It's more like the circus now. It's like, it's a kid's dream now. Back in the day, you did a couple things. Now, parents, hey, all my brothers out there, take your son. Man, if you're listening to the show, all my guys that said y'all gonna watch the show, call in and get them some tickets because you're gonna enjoy it. Wrestling this year ain't like wrestling in the older years.
Oh, right.
Trust me, it's totally different.
I disagree, but okay.
Okay, of course you gonna disagree.
Of course, I loved wrestling in the 80s.
It's $1 billion business now. Them folks is jumping out the sky. I ain't gonna tell y'all too much. Call in and find out about it Monday Night Raw status. But hey, I'm letting y'all know. Listen.
He said Hulk Hogan who?
No, Hulk was the man, but now it's on now. It ain't. That was the story. Back in the day, they told the story. Nowadays, they give you a show. I mean, they coming up.
Okay.
See, back in the day, Hulk Hogan was the story.
And John Cena is the modern day Hulk Hogan now.
Okay, let's
yes,
get
John Cena.
Okay, calm down.
Yeah, I'll say his name, John Cena.
So,
what we got next, Mike?
We got a lot. Okay, look. We got a lot of questions coming in, and I had a question that a person asked me to ask. What up, my man Stan the man? Stan asked me, do we think that, you know, like she touched on it earlier, Trey touched, is it our duty to go over to these countries and do things?
It's not.
It's, okay, so I know so you touched on that. So in reverse, he knew he was gonna say no. When we do go to these countries, because other countries like Libya, you can look it up right now. Do your research, people, if y'all listening. Do not listen to CNN, Fox. Listen to them. Do all you want to do, but research your own, get your own perspective, become your own source of energy. Information, man. You know what I mean? Because people in Libya don't want our help. They don't want the help. They want to find a way to do it themselves. They didn't want to help. They didn't agree. They did not want to overthrow Gaddafi. Look it up. They wanted to overthrow the inequalities inside of his reign, per se. Just like us. We got people up there right now. Like, look at us. Are we happy with our justice system right now as a black man? You understand what I'm saying? Think about this. When do you want to overthrow police brutality?
Come on here.
When do you want to overthrow those things? So there's certain things in those countries that folks want to overthrow. Everything not going to be peaches and cream. You see what I'm saying? So the thing that was going on was they saying, well, Gaddafi, handle this, handle this, handle this, handle that. He like, I can't handle everything because I don't have a government like America.
Exactly.
So why don't you get a government like America? Because everybody got their hand in the pot and they can't do what I can do. Now, it ain't gonna be the way y'all like it, but ain't gonna be no terrorism, ain't gonna be all these rapings. It's gonna be, I control the money.
That's good.
You understand what I'm saying? But look what happened when they get them up out of there. They wanna live like Americans. We wanna dress the way we wanna dress. We wanna get a slap on the wrist if we get caught somewhere stealing.
But see, that's crazy.
We wanna vote.
That's crazy, because when you take it, what people fail to realize is, sometimes you get what you ask for. You may not like the answer you get. And that's the situation that they're in. And so think about this. You take out the leader. Okay, let's put it like this. You take out the shepherd, the sheep are scattered.
Facts.
So you take out a leader and you leave them leaderless, then you just have a bunch of followers trying to wander and find out who they really are and what's their place. And so now they're trying to find a place. They're thinking their place is, they think they're Aladdin. They trying to go to a whole new world.
A whole new world. And look what's going on with it. My thing is, how can we stomach 2017 on the cusp of 2018? Literally, though, we could talk about the subject. It bothers me as a black man. I ain't just saying this. Y'all know that's why I think that's why we got the show, really. Yeah. So somebody can get a real perspective, man. I ain't gonna speak as freely as I want to. But I'm just saying, we can't sit back and just act like, oh, they got slavery in Libya. But like, it gotta really mess with your brain to stomach that's really going on. If it don't, something wrong with you as a human being in general, to understand like what that history is so tainted. The word slavery anyway. So we should be past that as human beings. So the fact that that's happening, everybody from the United Nations, not just the U.S., should be going in there as as an example of, hey, we saw this happen in history before, y'all. This ain't right. And with the means that they got now, the machines, the jails, the internet, it's so many ways to hide these things that's going on right now. And what we didn't touch on tonight that's really bothering me more than anything that's going on is because I got a daughter. All right. The slave trade is one thing, because you hear that word slave trade, because slave trade just sound like slave trade. They don't want to say young 13 girl sex trafficking all day, because guess what happened? Big Brother gonna have to go over there. See, slave trade, you hear about human trafficking a lot. You hear about that, human trafficking, body parts.
But you don't hear about the sex trafficking.
No, you gotta centralize it for what's the worst. And through everyone that's getting enslaved, through everyone that's getting taken, everyone has a story. Everyone is getting it. But in my opinion, the worst of the worst are those 12 and 13-year-old girls.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's getting beat and raped. Now, I'm not saying I sympathize for the males no less, but I'm just saying I have a deeper feeling for those little girls, man, that's going on. So after just looking at somebody like Michelle Obama, for real, after looking at her height, and to know right now in 2017, we are letting a little girl get taken from up here. I don't care what country it's in, and it's a UN country. It's in the UN. We let them in our crew. That's like letting somebody come in our crib saying, hey, you cool with us. But you see somebody bullying you, and we ain't gonna do nothing now.
Yeah.
But just last month, we did it for somebody else.
You know, that's not...
It's right there in our eyes.
Conspiracy theorists. But my thing is, if you can't stand up and say something, then that makes me think you part of the problem.
All facts.
You know what I'm saying? Or you one of the ones that slide money under the table. Let me get that pretty young one over there.
He arguing with LeVar Ball. Our president is arguing with LeVar Ball about him not apologizing for him getting his son out of China. Things like that. Well, I'm not even the political type. I'm not mad at the president or not mad at him, because you know why? It really ain't gonna stunt how my mind is shaped to move in this world.
Exactly.
My brain ain't built off the Constitution. I probably cheated on the test anyway. You understand? Because I knew those essential things was not going to make me what I am in this world. I know my laws, because I educated myself on my laws, but I believe love is the law and the only law. And I teach my daughter that's the law we abide by. Love is the law. So I think that our country is not built off that. Our country built off money. And what's money? The root of all what? So you understand, we would do anything to keep this country alive, and we spoke on that last week in mass incarceration. This country was built off of free labor, and when you see how rich a country can get off free labor, other countries would want to mimic that. Other countries would want to take that and mimic that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a black eye. Only we the country that got rich off people. And when other folks want to do it, it's going to come back to us. So, man, look, man, we want to thank everybody for just calling in. We definitely want to thank Mr. Juan, man, for calling in, man. Hey, Mr. National, man. He made it, hey, Presidential National Bar Association. And also we want to thank, I think his name was Ryan Ambrose. Ryan Ambrose was the winner of the SmackDown Live Monday Night Raw. You know, it's Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live Tuesday. You get the choice. Hold on now, because I've been saying it, because SmackDown Live is the thing. I've been saying Monday Night SmackDown. Hey man, but listen, I want y'all to understand that we want to spread love around here. Even though we were talking about Libya and the slave trade, we also want to bring some happiness. So we want to thank UBM for even giving the tickets up for y'all, man, letting us even get that on our platform. Hey, Ryan, thank Urban Broadcast Media. Also thank Mike the Mike. Thank Big Ant. Thank Trey the Jim. BNTHE.com, man. And for my co-host, also for Nick Farrell. Shout out to Nick Farrell. We know you watching. Hey, we hope Madison feels better, Nick. We love you out there. CJ, we see you. And hey, it's a hard knock life, man. Hey, shout out, man. We sending this to all our brothers out there and our sisters out there in Libya. And I mean that with the heart, man. For real. We feel you, man.
Yeah.
That's a good song to end on, boy, too, boy.
I like that a little bit. Y'all like